Hello, Henry from Belgium here. Today I show you my latest find. It's the iconic set 6276 Eldorado Fortress from 1989. So keep watching the video. I had this set when I was 10 years old, so this brings back a lot of memories when I have this set in my hands again, more than 30 years later. The set is complete with the box, manual and yellow inlay. The plastic extra inlay, which is normally included to give a sneak preview to possible buyers, is unfortunately not included. But it's already very difficult to find the set in this condition at a reasonable price. It's what the collector wants to pay, and of course there are a lot of sellers who ask crazy prices. But a fair price nowadays is between 225 and 325 euros, depending on the condition and whether the box and manual are included. Actually, that's quite a lot of money, if you consider that the original retail price back in 1989 was 65 euros. I bought this from a collector for 275 euros. Maybe I paid too much, but I absolutely wanted this set in my collection, because I enjoyed it so much as a 10-year-old child. As I said, they are very hard to find with box and manual in a good condition. I immediately see that it has been well taken care of. The box still looks very good. A little bit of damage here, where the price tag has been removed. Nice detail, both seals are still attached, they have not been cut with a knife. The plastic foil is also completely intact without tears or holes. You may not forget that back in the 80s kids weren't busy with the fact that this could one day be a valuable collector's item. In their enthusiasm, boxes were sometimes completely torn open where the plastic foil was cut through with a knife. So I can be really happy with such a condition at that price. And then I have only checked the box. The manual is of course also important. 8 pages with colorful drawings. It has not been folded in half and has no big damage. A single crease in the corner, but that's it. It strikes me that, as always, a lot of attention has been paid to the artwork. Beautiful colorful photos, both on the box and the manual. It all contributes to a total experience of the pirate theme. Now let's look at the set itself. First, the base plate. It is a raised 32 by 32 baseplate with a ramp and pit, water, and a gray stones pattern. It's a very valuable part and difficult to find separately in a good condition. You should always look carefully to make sure there is no damage. The corners must be clean, the drawings must still be clearly visible. There is some dirt and dust here and there, but I can clean that up. Cracks and fissures are also common. But I see that I have a very nice copy. This baseplate can only be found in one other set, namely set 6277, Imperial Trading Post, from 1992. Let's look at the minifigs. There are 8 in total. For Imperial soldiers. 1 officer. And 1 governor. And this one is unique because of the plume, and only appears in this set. In set 6274, Caribbean Clipper, you can also find a governor, but that one has a yellow plume. Finally, there are 2 enemies. Captain Redbeard, and a pirate who has red and white stripes on the torso. Also a lot of weapons, accessories, flags, etc. The set consists of 506 parts. To make it easier to work with, I've already sorted everything here. I have put all the minifigs and accessories in this box. together with the boats, flags, weapons, cannons, palm tree, etc. That's for the finishing. Here are some gray parts for the floors in the fortress. Black parts for the gangway in front, and of course also the crane with the case full of gold. And finally yellow and white parts for the building itself. I have already checked, and the set is 100% complete. But what I noticed is that there is some dust and discoloration on the white parts. Some bricks are therefore in a lesser condition, but it is a minority. Actually, I can easily replace them since they are standard bricks. You can of course also soak them for 24 hours in a mixture of water and bleach. And if you want to do it all right, you can clean each brick one by one and after that build the set. But I am now building it up in the condition as I found it. The fortress consists entirely of white, yellow, gray and black bricks and brown ones for the doors. There is not a single blue, red or green brick in the set. You will only find those colors in the baseplate, the boats, minifigs, and the palm tree. I personally think that's a good choice. That way it doesn't become a mishmash of colors and it exudes some uniformity with some well-chosen accents. It takes almost 2 hours to build. It's relaxing and quite challenging too, even as an adult. You really do have the feeling that you are building, and not just assembling the set. There is a good balance between loose bricks and the larger ready-made pieces. The general condition of the fortress is good. As I said, some dust, and when I see now the white bricks, the discoloration is actually not too bad. Also positive, there is no damage. You often see that the clips of the flags are broken off. Or sometimes here on the oars are traces, but these are very clean. The case with gold coins is also complete. Let's take a closer look at the set. Giving a bad or very critical review would be unfair. Because this is really a beautiful set with a lot of minifigs, accessories, and beautiful extras. First, in terms of design, I find two things a bit unfortunate. I think that the space between the grill and the baseplate could have been slightly better by adding some bricks. And also the space between this wall and the door. I don't know if that really would have required extra bricks to solve it, or if they would have to design it in another way. I think the way the rest is designed is good and well thought out. And then secondly, in terms of finishing. In my opinion, some extra things could have been added. Like a bed or a table with a map in the governor's room. Ladders or a staircase somewhere. And a winch for the crane. Maybe a rope ladder to crawl out of the dungeon, etc. I suppose the designers had to work with a limited number of bricks and were given an imposed budget, which made these things impossible. But if I wanted to realize those things, then I had left the boat with Redbeard out of the set. And used that production cost to make the fortress better. But on the other hand, it is a good marketing choice to put enemies in the set. I have only good memories of this set. And I suspect I'm not alone. The best proof that the set is iconic and loved is that LEGO has released a new version this year, in 2023. Specially designed for adults. That set has no less than 2,509 parts, which is about 2,000 more than this original set from 1989. I don't think I will buy that version. I prefer to stick to the original and will look for some other matching pirate sets from that period in the future. Feel free to write down your comments under this video. You can also like and subscribe. It's free. Thanks for watching, and until the next video.